All right, guys, this week we're going to be talking about poetry, okay? And here's some standards when it comes to poetry. Let's look at this. Okay, you identify poetry by stanzas, rhyming words, non-literal language, and sensory images, okay? We're going to read one, and all this stuff will make sense, okay? It says read with fluency, annotation, and comprehension. So let's look at the first poem that we're going to look at today. Okay, we're going to look at something poetry called Reading Forever. So let's look at that. Okay, Reading Forever. So you notice that here's a little quote unquote paragraph. Here's another, and then there's a space, and then there's also a space right here. Okay, these are what we call stanzas. So here's one stanza. Actually, do this. Hold on. Stanza number 1, stanza number 2, and stanza number 3. Okay. So let's read that. It says reading forever. I read a good mystery, stuffed full of thrills, and then a ghost story, spooky with chills. Obviously, you can see that thrills and chills rhyme, right? I laughed through a joke book, reading things that were true, books about animals, biographies too. So the word true and to rhyme. Says I will keep right on reading. I've only begun. I have learned many things. Reading is fun. So begun and fun rhyme. Okay, and this is stanza number 1, stanza number 2, and stanza number 3. Okay, there's some questions that we're going to be answering too as well. Okay, when it comes to poetry, you don't take words very literally, okay? So for example, it says, I read a good mystery stuffed full of thrills. Well, the word stuffed could be could mean many things, right? Like in Thanksgiving when you're stuffing a turkey, get it? You're stuffing it with, some people like to put their, what do you call that? The stuffing, okay? Okay. Other people just cook the bird just like that without anything. But in this case, when it says stuffed of thrills, there's a lot of excitement in mysteries, right? Okay. All right. Sweet. Go to the page 2. It says reading forever. It says, what is this poem mostly about? A person who enjoys reading fiction stories? A person who mostly enjoys reading biographies? A person who reads a book about magic? Or a person who enjoys reading different types of books? All right. It's either A, B, C, or D, okay? Now, if you look back at your poem, back at the poem, okay, he likes mysteries, right? He likes joke books. He likes books about animals, books about biographies, okay, and many things. If it was just about biographies, the whole thing would be about biographies, right? Okay, even ghost stories. If it was just about a magic book, it would be all of it, right? Okay. Just because you see something on the text, that doesn't mean it's going to be correct. Now, if you look back at the text, back at the questions, what is this poem mostly about? It's this one. Look. A person who enjoys reading different types of books. And what kind of books does he like to read?
Story books, animal books,
Animal books. What else? Biographies. What else? Mysteries, right?
magic,
Ghost stories, right? Books about animals, right? Okay, so not just about one thing. So you could say, oh, you know what? I saw this. I saw this in the text. Yes, but the whole poem wasn't about the biographies. Okay, biographies is a book about somebody's life. Okay. All right, go ahead and answer number 2 for me. It says list 2 different types of books you like to read.